What is up, everybody? This is Recap Rewind. I am J-Mac, and I'm here with
NB.
Hey, girl. And we are doing our favorite show of all time.
The Riverdale. It's called Chapter 10, The Lost Weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And because we're going to get lost.
We're getting lost up in this shit.
Okay, I just want to preface this with this episode was highly advertised on Instagram.
Yeah.
Promos, videos,
Well,
dance-offs, clips. We were like, yo, this episode's going to be lit.
Yeah.
We legit had a party. I came over to J-Lag's place. And we're sitting down. We're getting ready for this turn-up episode.
Yeah.
And
it was
literally 0.25 seconds worth of party scenes, and that's it.
That's it.
So
yeah, so I'm not watching it anymore. You heard about this weeks ago.
I heard, when chapter 7 was coming out, they're like, yo guys, wait for chapter 10 because that's gonna be the house party, and we're sick.
Yeah,
and nothing happened.
Totally down.
I mean, it should happen, but turns up times didn't happen.
It definitely wasn't a full party episode.
Because it looked like from the promos that they had really cool fisheye lens scenes and really cool jumping dancing moments. But literally, guys, that was 3 seconds.
And that literally didn't even happen in the party. It was a flashback of the party.
It was the beginning.
In the beginning. So
Juggy's intro.
Yeah.
So the episode starts off with Jughead kind of doing his little script writing.
Yeah.
And he prefaces the episode of what happens and the party and the dance off. That was
the highlight.
That was definitely the best.
Guys, I can't wait to get to that point, please.
Yeah, so Jughead's intro.
Yeah.
And then I think
Fred. I think it starts off with Archie's dad.
Yeah, Fred. He's talking to Archie.
And he's saying, yo, I'm going to be out this weekend.
I'm gone this weekend.
I need to go talk to your mama to sign those papers and just be done with this divorce. Bullshit. The dad's or Archie, I guess, he seems pretty cheesy about the whole situation.
Yeah, he's kind of awkward about it. He's doesn't really want to ask his dad, but also he wants to be I have mommy issues, so I don't really know what to do. So he's kind of in the middle, but he's hurt. Obviously, it's a sad thing for a kid to go through, right?
Yeah.
His parents finally getting divorced.
And his mom didn't just
his mom
left the house. She left the
she
States.
left town.
She's
she left the radius of where they live. She's gone. So gone. It's pretty harsh.
Yeah, for sure. So so then that's that situation. He's okay, sick. It's Jughead's birthday, but we're probably not doing anything.
Yeah, he's okay, cool, dad, you're going. Oh, okay, cool, bye. And then it cuts to Veronica and her mom, and they're having a conversation
at the house.
And there's a new daddy in town.
Oh,
there's a new daddy with gray hair, and he's his name's Paul Salisbury or something.
Is this not the lawyer?
The lawyer guy, yeah. And Hermione's this is my man. He knows my deal. She's he does all our paperwork. He knows your daddy.
Yeah.
And Veronica's oh, really? She's cool. Why did you only come in chapter 10? Where were you all along? Seriously, where was this guy the whole time?
This whole time.
And basically, Hermione's look, Veronica, you have to speak about your daddy's character. We need your help to prove his innocence, whatever. She's no.
Yeah, because first she was it's not gonna be you're not testifying. You don't have to lie.
Yeah.
You just have to testify on his character and him being a good daddy.
Yeah.
And she's no.
She's hell no. She goes, my daddy made his bed and he's gonna have to lie in it.
Yeah. Literally,
his four-poster. What is she calling it? Episode, the four-poster bed.
Oh yeah.
At the edge of my canopy bed.
My canopy bed. She's gonna have to lie in his canopy bed.
She's at her dad. She obviously doesn't want to help him. And
yeah, we remember from last episode. She was I'm done protecting daddy.
Yeah. Yeah. And then it leaves the lodge residence and it cuts to high school. And Betty and Archie are filling in Veronica about what happened with the Blossoms.
What happened,
what Archie overheard at the Blossoms. And how he was yo.
So how does that impact Veronica?
So essentially what they're telling Veronica is that
her dad.
Her dad.
And
her dad had reason to kill Jason.
Right. And it's because
the Blossoms.
Clifford Blossom
took
business? Took business from Hiram.
From Hiram.
Or no, the other way around. Hiram took business from Clifford and...
No, it must be the other way around.
It must be the other way.
Guys, it's so confusing and at this point we don't even care about what the drama is.
Yeah,
we just want this story.
Anyway, Veronica's basically... She's basically... Clifford's the reason why my dad's in jail right now.
Yeah.
So she's putting all these pieces together. She's out to come through to get the Blossom family.
You're right.
Just as a overarching theme in tonight's episode, it was all about just
revenge.
And getting
turned
That's a very good point. Yeah. Fucking right.
And then it cuts to like a small convo with Archie and Betty. And Archie's like, by the way, girl, since you're like girlfriend now, it's Juggy's B-day. Like I didn't know if you knew. She's like, no, I actually didn't know because he doesn't talk about it. He never wants a birthday party ever.
Right.
And he's like, what do you think about like doing something? Like we usually go to the movies. Yeah. So he's like, I guess you could do that with him, like take him to the cinemas, whatever.
No, and then it's her idea that actually she's like, I want to do like, what about doing a party? And he's like, yo.
No. He's like, no, girl, no.
Don't do that.
But my house is available.
So I don't think that happens until a little bit later. Yeah. But I think in between that scene, Betty calls.
So like right after, she like puts on her housewife shoes and she's like, hey, FP. She's like, it's our boy's birthday. Yeah, and she's like, what should we do for Juggy's B-day? Yeah, and she's so cute. Yeah, she's actually the cutest. Adorable. Like, so honestly,
she had the thought to do the party, and then he's like, nah.
He's like, no. like right after Archie just said no for like 5 seconds, the dad's like, no,
don't do it.
And then she's like, okay, I'll do it.
And Betty like does it anyway. Yeah. So
and like her excuse the whole episode is like, I come from a dark place. Okay, but like you can't like, let that be the reason for
throw
everything.
A party just because. Yeah. So then it cuts to I think lunch. Is it?
Yeah,
lunchtime?
The cafeteria.
Cafeteria.
Yeah.
And
guys, this whole episode was very like 13 Reasons Why.
Yeah.
Because we just got done watching it, and every single moment I looked at Jilag and I was like, oh my god, this is so totally Hannah Baker. Like Betty was Hannah Baker in this entire episode. And what's his face? Juggy was definitely like Clay.
And Chuck was Brace.
That's sad. Why'd you bring him into the podcast?
Sorry. You talked about 13 Reasons Why first.
You didn't have to talk about him. But anyways, yeah. So it was very 13 Reasons Why. And the cafeteria scene is like very like high school.
Yeah.
And then Betty, I think just decides to have the party.
Yeah, she's like, we're having a party.
Having lunch. I decided it. We're having a party. And Veronica's like, ugh. She's like, I got my issues too. Hold on.
She's actually like, I'm super excited about the party. She's like, it's super cute.
I got a new dress. I'm gonna wear that.
Yeah, and then still Archie's like, no.
So like, the entire time like,
no, don't do it.
But my house is free though.
Yeah. So then Chuck comes through.
Yeah.
So the reason why I mentioned Chuck
slow
is because
motion.
Chuck like rolls back into school. So I guess he's like
slow
back
motion
from
for me.
He's back from like his suspension.
I thought he got expelled, but okay, fine.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. He got suspended and he got kicked off the football team permanently. So I mean that's still pretty bad. And then he rolls up, he passes their lunch table, and he sits down and starts talking to our girl Ethel.
So it was a really funny scene because it starts off like intense music.
Yeah.
And I looked at J-Lag, I was like, dude, this music though, like you were like, what's going on with this music? It's like somebody is gonna kill themselves in the cafeteria.
Yeah.
And then the camera pans, we're like, who are they panning to? Yeah. And then it shows Chuck, and we're like, he's back.
Oh, he's back.
And then he makes a beeline for Ethel.
Yeah.
And Betty's all like, don't touch my girl.
Yeah, so she gets up from the table and she's like about to like bitch him right the fuck out.
Yeah, she's like, what do you want from her?
And he's like, oh, hey, crazy. Like, he still doesn't forget
that. He did not forget. You might have roofied him, but he did not forget that night. He did not forget that night.
Those roofies were not strong enough. So, essentially he remembers and he kind of like calls her out a little bit, but then Betty just
turns up. She turns up on him for sure.
And she like
she clenches again. Arnold hand clench.
The
Hey Arnold.
Arthur. The Arthur hand clench. And it's fully that. Yeah. It's so funny. I feel like I need to gif that. Guys, stay tuned.
Yeah, I've seen it before.
Oh, it's already happened.
Her hand and his hand. Side by side.
Damn, someone already beat me to it.
Yeah.
So
then it was awkward because like Chuck like just winked at Archie too.
Yeah.
It's like coming for your ass. We're like, what the hell?
Damn, okay.
What is he doing?
So yeah, basically Betty asked Ethel like, yo, are you okay? Like what's going on? Are you like what's
like how is your hot tub? Is it okay?
Are your parents okay?
I dumped maple syrup in it and your parents had financial issues. Did I fuck up your hot tub?
Am I the reason why your dad?
Am I the reason why your dad needed more money? I went to Veronica's dad. Oh my god, it's my fault. It's like downward spiral.
essentially, she's like, no, actually, I'm fine right now. Or Ethel's like, I'm fine right now. Don't worry about me, Betty.
She's like, Betty, I got this. You empowered me in chapter 9. I'm good now. Like, okay,
you can't
relax,
not
Ethel.
be my friend anymore.
Relax. You got Veronica's pearls and like you turned up. Like your name is still Ethel Max.
I'm dying right now, guys. I'm sorry. So
no, what she was. She was like, I got this.
Yeah.
Like, no, you don't.
So then Betty's like, all right. She unclenches.
yeah.
Unclenches, and there's literally marks in her hand. And you totally booked it. You're like, she doesn't have nails though.
She's like negative nails. Like, where did it come from?
How did she she must have been clenching really hard. So anyway, so that happens. That whole interaction happens.
I hate the word clench.
And Veronica's like, what was he doing? Was he accosting her? Accosting? I'm sorry. Are you 16 or are you 95 years old? I don't even use accosting as a part of my vocabulary.
It makes her like older.
But they're gone.
True.
She doesn't have no pearls.
True. Oh, she was no one. Oh.
That's Veronica.
No, she's ringing on her thing though.
Oh,
her wrist.
Got something else going on. Yeah, I guess.
Anyways, Veronica's just freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
Our Twitter's blowing up right now, by the way.
I know.
Hashtag at recap_rewind.
Amazing. Yes. And
follow us.
Jugs doesn't want a party, so I think Archie breaks it down for him and he says, yo, your girl's gonna throw a party for you.
Did he tell him?
Or he's like, do you want something like that?
I think Betty again goes to FP, right?
Yeah.
Betty again shows up at the freaking construction site now.
Yeah.
And she's like, FP, you gotta show up, it's your son.
Yeah.
He's like, you sure my son even wants this shit? Like,
he's like, I don't really have a son right now. I'm not really doing much for him right now.
So whatever. So it seems like it gets him a bit more because like she gets more emotional with him.
Yeah.
Then it cuts to Alice and she walks into the room with Betty and I think Juggy and she's like, guys, I'm your advisor now. Like she's like, the principal let me come back to high school.
Her dreams came true.
She's like spying Perma and the kids now. So now she's like the consigliere of the freaking like blue and gold. Like, okay.
All right, sure.
She has like purpose in her life now because she's like over being a housewife. and then Betty has a cute scene with her mom because she's like, Mom, like, you know, and then because like Alice was like, you and Jughead are like hitting it off.
Yeah.
And then she's like, you know what, Mom, like we have issues too, and I come from a really dark place, and she kept saying that. She's like, you know, I have my secrets, and like I don't know what to do, Mom. Like, what do you do? Like, did you and Dad like talk about everything? Yeah. And Alice was like, yeah, obviously we did. That's why like you freaking like bought my abortion for me. Like,
oh my God, yeah, that's exactly They were obviously that close.
But Alice is like still pissed. Like Alice is pissed. Like she's not getting over that shit.
She's not going back to that shit.
But she got a new man, I think. So we'll talk about that after.
Oh yeah, true.
So anyway, so like Betty has just like it's cute how like Betty and Alice they seem to be closer now. Like it's getting better between them. It seems
like she's not as annoyingly crazy.
Yeah.
Which is nice to see for sure. Does it cut to Veronica now? Veronica doing her business with her business glasses. I think it's that scene with Hermione. So
I think just before that, it's Archie and Juggy, and they talk about that conversation.
Yeah, how like he's like, yo, I hate birthdays. He's like, I hate my birthday. It's
my God, Jughead was such a Debbie this whole episode.
I'm sorry. It's like hashtag Jughead.
Couldn't handle it. I could not handle it.
Like, yo, it's your birthday. Can you just cheer up a little bit? He's like, we would all like get together even though we were all fucked up. We'd all get together on my birthday and pretend to be happy. And I'm like, yo, that's heavy shit.
Yeah, it's really depressing.
That's really heavy shit.
Yeah. And then Archie's like, well, my mom's getting divorced. Like, Archie's just like drunk the whole episode.
It's so true.
Like he was cute though. He was cute.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to Veronica, and this girl's like an accountant all of a sudden. Like she freaking got a chartered accountant license. Like she's like typing away with her freaking like black frames. I look at Jay, I'm like, dude, what is she doing? Like A, when did she get those glasses? B, she's like solving everything. Her mom comes in, she's like, you figured it out.
She's like, so I was crunching all the numbers.
She's like, Mom, I've been doing this research. I got the numbers down to this. I think Daddy got accused and Clifford Blossom. And her mom's like, oh shit.
So she's like been investigating all night long with her like librarian glasses. And she's basically trying to figure out this whole case with Clifford and if Hiram was involved, her dad was involved. Yeah. And how that is all connected and like what that means.
Yeah,
and Hermione essentially like goes straight to the point and she's like,
Hermione jumps like 5 steps.
Yeah, she's like, but
that is why.
Yeah, but she's like, but if your dad is in jail, then that means that like they're accusing him of murdering
Jason Blossom.
So right now, like she's already made that connection, and Veronica's like,
True, Mama. You did not get there, but you, God damn it, are smarter.
You got there 5 seconds.
She's like, large women are so smart. And my mom's like, don't take credit for that, bitch. I saw that. Like, it was just so funny to see, like, a 16-year-old girl, like, hacking away at a computer.
Sorry,
she's, like, crunching numbers. Like, what is she doing?
She was, like, doing, like, Girls and Dragon tattoo shit.
She's definitely her daddy's daughter, for sure.
Oh, my God, I'm dying. This episode made me laugh so much.
I gotta watch it again, for sure.
Okay.
Okay, and then it was the best scene of the episode.
Of course.
And it cuts to the high school.
Yeah.
So wait, wasn't she just crunching numbers at home? And, like, now she's back at high school?
Gotta get to school.
She's like, Mommy, I gotta go dance off now. Take out my glasses.
She's like, speaking of having a fight between the Blossoms and the Lodges, let me like get down on Cheryl's level and like.
Is that why she did that though?
Yeah, I feel like that's
like I didn't see the connection at all. Like, what did they do? Like, they texted everyone in the WhatsApp group. They're like, guys, dance off tonight. Meet us at the high school gym. I'ma show Blossom more time. Like, where did it come from?
No, so she does show up late, and that's why I guess like she was like doing crunching numbers for her dad. So she shows up late to practice, and essentially she says to Cheryl, she's like, "Yo," Cheryl's like 5, 6, 7, like she's like doing the rehearsals or whatever, and Veronica rolls up late, and she's like, "I'm gonna swoop in and like just do the dance with you." And Cheryl's like, "Girl, no, you missed half the dance, first of all. Second of all, you deserve to be in the back." Wow, rude. So then...
This was probably the best scene. Because I had seen the promo for this scene, like on Tuesday, and the song behind it is like some like really next level, like hip-hop, like... And I totally thought it was like a meme. Like, I thought they like dubbed that song over the scene because I'm like, they would not play this
like
hardcore,
they do for a
like
Vine or something.
Yeah. And we were just cracking up watching this video because like, first of all, Cheryl looks ridiculous. Her hair's like flapping around everywhere.
The first thing I noticed was like, yo,
put your hair up.
If you were a real cheerleader, you would put that shit up in a bun and do real work instead of like writhing around and doing hair flips. I'm sorry. Like, which is essentially what you did.
The dance was just
the
hilarious.
Dance offs were just unreal.
Like, it looked very rehearsed, like they were doing it.
Yeah.
And then they like joined forces at the end and like did a synchronized dance off. And Betty's like, ooh, that's good.
The entire time Betty's like, yes. Girl, work.
Like, and all the vixens just look like really basic bitches. Like, I'm sorry. Like, they're all like same. Yeah. They all look the same.
So this dance off essentially, they decide at the end
that like
Betty's like, anybody for Cheryl? Nobody raises their hand.
It was like,
and then they're like, anybody for Veronica? Everybody raises their hand, and it was like, wow, except for like her 2 like minions. And then Cheryl has like the best bitch out of all time. Yeah, you love the scene. You were cracking up. Amazing. She was like, you guys were just sitting there like like in a catatonic state. Yeah. And she was like,
she's so savage.
You're so useless. She's like, you guys are totally cut for my squad. You guys are done. I want that whole speech on a shirt, please. Yeah. Somebody put that together. It was amazing. She like totally bitched out her own crew, and then they like dipped.
That was funny.
And she's like pissed. Now she's like really not in a good place.
She's like on another level now.
Yeah, she's hating on everybody. So now she hates Archie, hates Veronica.
Yeah.
She already hated Betty from time. So.
Yeah. And then it cuts to Archie, and he's like legit. She's that Fred. So I think he calls him. And at this point, Fred's like there.
Yeah.
Right?
And he's basically,
He's like, did you meet with my mom yet? And he's like, no, it's tomorrow morning. He's like, of course you did it, because you need a lawyer to meet with my mom.
These guys can even talk like adults.
And like, Fred's like, true. I'm sorry, like, son. True. And then literally, Archie's not even like hung up yet. His hand is already in the liquor cabinet.
Yeah. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna have a party. I'm gonna have a party.
Yeah, because the party, and he's cute. Like he set up all like the happy birthday signs.
And you don't party with that spice without that spice rum.
I'm surprised they didn't have those like hipster like balloons, like the numbers. You know, everyone's having them on Instagram.
You know what I like is the fact that like they did, even the sign was like retro. It was like retro like Archie, which is cool to see. Yeah, I feel like they like bring that back.
So then it cuts to the diner, and we see Cheryl like swoop in like low key. And she walks up to the bar, and we're like, okay, who is she? She's like, I know you hate them as much as I do.
Yeah.
And we're going to get revenge.
We're going to go to this
And
party.
then we're like, who? And then we're like, oh, it's not true.
Obviously, yeah.
He just came back into the scene.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm surprised that Chuck doesn't have like all his boys around him, like, because he got suspended with like a few more guys from the team. So like I'm surprised that like it's only him on this mission to like get revenge,
to get off.
Like they couldn't pay the other like minions of Chuck.
They couldn't bring them back into the cast, unfortunately.
And then it cuts to Veronica. And she's at the lawyer's now. She's having like a legit conversation with this new daddy like lawyer guy. He's like, he's pretty hot though.
Is
like
he?
for an old guy, definitely. His eyes are like on point.
Sure.
And then. So like I think she alludes to the fact that she's like, Clifford got my daddy arrested, and she's like, and then he's like, hold on, he's like, Veronica, don't trust everyone. I have a letter from you, from a pigeon that came from your father. Like it was very Game of Thrones.
It was,
because he was like, my daughter,
yes,
please listen to what I have to say. Like it was very like,
it was very.
He's like, I know, I trust that you will make the right decision.
Was she reading it out loud or was it his voice?
No, she was reading it out loud.
Okay.
She goes, my daughter.
Okay.
You know,
and then so then essentially
dear daddy,
the
sincerely daddy.
Yeah, that's what it says though at the end. But he essentially says, listen, Veronica, I know I heard you don't want to testify for me. If you do that shit though, your mama's going to jail.
Yeah, he laid that shit down hard. He was like, everything is on your shoulders. Like it was like a legit, I'm telling you, it's like Game of Thrones, like Ned Stark kind of like freaking letter. It was like Jon Snow's gotta save the world.
Full out pressure on her. Pressure
she was like,
1,000.
oh no, but I want to go to a party.
She's like, why can't I do that? So now she's feeling the heat a little bit, and he's like, you better do the right thing. Your future like rests on your next decision. Love, daddy. And so it's like fucked. So she's then like, true. It cuts to movies with Jughead.
So cute. Betty and Juggy are at the movies.
They go to a double feature, which is like his tradition. Yeah. And so they're watching the movie.
And then Juggy low-key asks about Hot Tub Night.
True.
He asks about it. He's like, what's going on? What happened? She's like, I'm not going to tell you.
She's like, I just wanted to leave out all the details. I
have a darkness inside of me. It's like, we need like a counter. Like, how many times she used that excuse the whole episode.
I want to see if I can ask Riverdale to just take that little soundbite and just put it into our podcast. I have a darkness inside of me. I have a darkness.
Okay, Hannah Baker, chill the fuck out.
Okay, we get it.
Oh my God, it was so Hannah Baker and Clay at the movie.
Oh my God, yes. Totally. It totally was. Parallels. Watch that series too, guys.
Yeah, it was really good.
But I was going to say, I made a comment right here in my notes. Also, guys, on top of that Cheryl sweater, someone buy me Betty sweater instead of
so cute.
I want it
again.
now.
I saw that sweater like freaking 5 weeks ago, and I wanted it from 5 weeks ago. Like freaking these freaking promos are crazy on Instagram.
Worst, yeah. Okay, so then it cuts to that, and they're all like enjoying themselves. They're like happy or whatever.
So now it cuts to the party.
So the idea was that Betty was there to distract him while they're like setting up and stuff. Place.
So currently, who's at the party? It's Archie, Ethel.
Ethel's there?
Yeah, okay. She's the one that was like, "Guys are here."
Oh yeah,
see how extra she is.
She's
so it's like it's Archie, Ethel, what's his face, Kevin, the boyfriend, Joaquin, and someone else I think,
and
Veronica. Yeah, that's it.
It's just them.
He wants to keep it small. Veronica like legit bolted for that vodka. Like she was like running towards it.
But also like, why is she wearing like a New York going clubbing on a Friday night dress?
Remember she said she had a freaking dress, dude.
But like,
she knows she wants to wear that shit.
She's literally going to a small town party of 6.
She doesn't care. She's New York. She's Upper
New
East
York,
Side.
darling.
Do you think Blair Waldorf would ever show up at a party like that?
So then Jughead and Betty come through.
Yeah, Ethel's like, guys! I'm like, this is why Ethel's here to be the freaking like only logical person. Like this poor girl's so useless.
They're actually coming through the
also like party. Wasn't her dad almost dead? Like shouldn't she be at the hospital still? So mean.
Such inconsistencies.
So mean.
Such inconsistencies. And so then
who's more Hannah Baker, Betty or Ethel?
We'll have to figure that one out.
Yeah.
Which one's
it's a
which?
Poll.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh, it's really sad. I want to talk about it.
Okay, let's not talk about it. So then we were graced with the Spanish musings of Veronica Lodge.
So yeah, they all come in. Like Juggy and Betty walk in.
Yeah.
And they're like, happy birthday!
Surprise! Yeah.
And then this little freaking Portuguese girl in the corner, this Brazilian girl, she's like, we're like, what?
She's like, feliz cumpleaños, Jughead. I was surprised that she didn't go Hughead, like how the J is the H in Spanish.
Like what? Like you and your mom don't even speak it like together. All your mom could say is mija. Like you go and turn out and talk to Jughead. Jughead's like shell shocked. First of all, he's like, what the fuck? I didn't even want to fucking party.
And on top of that,
he's like speaking Spanish to me right now. Portuguese, whatever.
He's like, you speak Spanish. Doesn't say that, but it was jokes just hearing it.
Yeah, it was. And then she like walked away, like she screamed away. So I was like, what? Where did she come from? Girl, go drink your vodka.
I feel like she said it, and me and Envy just looked at each other. We're like,
yeah,
what just happened?
Always, this girl kills me.
Oh my god.
So then she makes a beeline for the kitchen. That's when she, I guess, makes her exit.
She's
like, I'm speaking Portuguese. I need a drink right now. She's like, I can't. What am I doing? My English is fading away. I need vodka.
Oh my god. No, but Betty also goes to the kitchen, right? Is this when she brings out the
the cake.
The cake.
Someone brings the cake. Someone brings the cake.
She's like, happy
oh my god, yeah.
To you.
She does like the Marilyn Monroe like
she
happy
does
birthday.
Marilyn Monroe happy birthday. She also has a very good voice.
She does.
Good job,
yeah.
Lily.
It's known that everyone in the cast has a good voice.
They're all good
except for Juggy. Yeah.
Cole Sprouse. Yeah, maybe they'll make it into a Broadway someday.
And then someone's like, where'd you get that voice from? She's like, I have a darkness in me. No, she didn't say that.
She's like, it's the only light I have. Oh, that's so sad.
So
whatever. She brings up the cake, which was also in the promos, that one fucking shot of her like showing him the cake.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I got it, guys. Seriously? And then you get a rapid tap on the door. Because
no, but don't Archie doesn't Veronica and Archie have their moment in the kitchen, the emotional moment first?
Which one?
Yeah, because Veronica goes to get a drink or whatever in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And then Archie swoops in. He's like, "Are you upset about your dad?" She goes, "Yeah. How did you know?" He's like, "My mom's getting a divorce," and like they just like bond over like their parents' like struggles. Obviously,
that's
as
true.
like any teenager, like do.
Because she's like.
She's crying. Remember, she was like, legit crying over the sink. Like
while she was, so while they were like singing him happy birthday, I think she's like, she's like so sad. I remember you were like, is she actually crying?
Oh my god, Veronica, put your shit together. They're all it's like episode 10 by now. They're all glitching out. They're like slowly glitching. Like
yeah, totally. So
it's cracking. So then they comfort each other, you see it.
So there's that
we saw the promos, we know what's about to happen because we've seen it from 5 weeks ago.
Yeah,
but so we see that connection that they've made now, the emotional like attachment.
Right.
Cool, they have a linkage, awesome.
Yeah.
Then there's a knock at the door, I believe.
Yeah, that tap. And
this is the best part.
It's Cheryl.
They're like, who is it? And then Cheryl, the door opens.
Bust through.
Like any teenage movie, the door opens and like you see Cheryl and Chuck.
Yep, and her, like literally the entire school.
The whole school. And then Reggie's like, "Where do you want the cake?" And Archie's like, he was so cute. He thinks about it for like 2 seconds. He's like, "Am I gonna do this? Like mentally, am I ready? Put it in the bag." I was like, "Yes."
Because he's already upset about like his whole family.
Yeah. He's like totally down to get turned. Like
at this point, he's already.
He already is. True, he already is.
Like, because Jughead was like. He like gave him a hug and he's like,
yo. He's like, yo, you smell.
He's like, yo, he's like, you okay?
Freaking Jughead's so boring though.
And Archie's like, yeah.
It's too bad they can't like show them taking shots and like
That's true. They're too PG.
Because they're like in grade 10. So yeah, totally I get that. Whatever. Yeah, that's fine. Anyway, so like Reggie brings the keg in and whatever. Yeah. And then FP shows up.
Yeah.
FP shows up like freaking like awkwardly.
He's like, happy birthday.
He's like, it's my son's birthday. I brought a present. Yeah. I wish they showed him what he got him.
And
like,
what was the present? Yeah.
Yeah, like what was it? So he brings it like into the garage and then like Juggy's there and Archie's there. And Archie's like, okay, like you can put the present like on a table. There's a table like in the other side of the house. And FP's like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then Kevin and Joaquin meet FP, which was like an awkward encounter.
Very weird.
Because obviously like we know that Joaquin is working for FP. Yeah. And Kevin, poor guy, has no idea. Yeah. He just like likes Joaquin's D.
He's like, hey dude, what are you doing here? And Joaquin's like, oh right, I'm on the job.
Yeah.
Right? It is a really
It was
awkward
weird,
exchange.
yeah. Because also like Fred, not Fred, what's his face? FP. I'm like, what are you doing there? Like now
what
you
are
like
you doing?
You
You're the
leave.
literal like grown adult here.
Yeah.
You don't have to like chill. And they do say, like, you're the only adult here. And he's
I guess it was good that he was
he's
there,
like,
though.
cool, I'm gonna stay.
And then it cuts to Chuck and Betty.
Yeah.
Chuck and Betty have a really good scene. I think it was in the kitchen, right?
I
think, yeah, Betty's in the kitchen.
He's, like, wiping
and she
his face because he's been dancing. So then we get our, like, moment that we've been seeing in the promos.
Yeah, for like 2.5 seconds.
Not even.
Barely. It was very, very short.
It was like, down.
Archie was like half naked. It was so cute though. Yeah. He was actually really cute when he was drunk.
Everybody was like, turn up. But then the party like...
Cheryl was like macking on some guy in the middle of the dance floor. Veronica's like, what the fuck's going on right now?
It was a very awkward party scene though. Just felt like it didn't feel natural.
I know.
It's very weird.
I feel like it had to be longer a little bit. And then you have this whole like Juggy and he's like Debbie Downer to the max.
Yeah.
He's like sitting in every single room he can possibly sit in that's like quiet. I don't want to be here. This is not my party. I don't want to party. Like, go home. You don't have a home. You don't have But you know what I mean? Like, it was just like a weird contrast. And, like, I kept feeling some type of way. Like, you know, when you're at a party and, like, you see that person just, like, lurking. Like, if you're not having fun, go.
Plus, it's his birthday, so it's even worse. It's even worse because it's his actual birthday.
Yeah.
So
then Chuck rolls up to Betty and he's like, you're effing crazy. Right. I know what you did to me. I know you basically roofied me. He's like, you think you're going to get away with it? He's like, you're not going to get away with anything. He's like... I'm back now.
He's like, you ruined my future.
Yeah, because I was gonna go to Notre Dame.
Yeah, so I'm coming for you.
She's like, you know what? You sexually assaulted that girl.
Yeah. Do you think I was gonna let you get away with that shit?
No, you're not gonna get away with it.
Yeah.
Because then we have people killing themselves.
And she like is still clenching.
No. Yeah. Oh yeah, she was clenching.
She's still clenching hard.
True.
So she's.
It was just a very like weird scene. Because we just finished 13 Reasons.
I'm not even joking.
The whole episode, I was like, no.
The entire time I'm looking at it, I'm like, I'm making too many parallels right now.
Yeah. So anyway, so he basically tells her, like, bitch, watch your back because I'm coming for you.
Yeah. That's true.
And then FP and Joaquin, like, sneak up to, like, Archie's room. And they're talking in Archie's room.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to Alice, who's, like, in Betty's room in the other house. And she's, like, watching... Like, what is she doing?
Oh, what's going on over there?
She literally has binoculars and she's watching Archie's room.
She's like been spying.
And she sees Joaquin and FP talking.
Yeah. I keep forgetting that Betty and Archie are like literal neighbors.
They're neighbors, exactly.
Yeah.
So and then
chatting away.
Yeah. And then Juggy and Betty have a real talk.
Yeah.
That was really like, ooh, like that.
Guys, Bughead fans, did you think it was over at that point in time?
Bughead fans were sweating hard this episode. They were like, yo, guys, it's coming. It's coming to that line where like you don't know if they're going to make it to the 45 minutes.
Let's talk about like what the real issue was.
The breakdown. Yeah. The breakdown of it all, you know, it was Jughead was like, look, this isn't going to work. Because obviously you don't know me. If you knew me, then like you would not throw a party for me. And he was like, you obviously just want to throw a party because you want to like show off and like
show that you're like a good girlfriend. Yeah.
And then she was like, no, there's a darkness inside of me. Like, she did, guys. She really did say that. She was like, there's a darkness inside of me and it makes me want to do these things. She did say that, did she not?
I think she did.
She was like, I'm fucked.
Yeah, and it was almost over. They were like,
no, like it was done. He was like, we're done. He's like, you're from another part of the city. I'm ghetto and you're not. You're a good student. I'm not. Like,
you're a perfect girl.
Like you're the girl next door. And he's like, I'm the boy beside the garbage can. And I didn't say that, but he was like that. It was really sad.
He's like, I don't like being in the spotlight.
And also, he like stabbed her. Because he was like, not stabbed her literally, but like, you know, like this low blow. He's like, don't worry. He's like, Archie, one day we'll see you and like, you're just waiting for him to like fall in love with you again. I was like,
he's got some insecurities
that
too.
Is tight.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked.
Maybe you shouldn't be a Debbie Downer at the party.
At your own birthday party.
Seriously.
Dude, just like chill out. Take a Xanax.
But that was a really hard scene to watch because, you know, the Bughead fans were like...
Yeah.
They were clenching.
Tears.
They were clenching.
They were clenching hard too. And then it comes to like the most random part of the entire party.
The best part, guys. Valerie.
Oh yeah.
Val is like the MVP. Like she is like the best.
She's like
she just like has one-liners and she's like done. Cut. I'm done for the wrap it up. I'm done. Like she just comes in.
And that's a wrap on Val.
Yeah, like she's like, cool guys, see you like in 2 weeks when my next scene is like Archie, poor guy. It was cute because like he in the beginning, he's like, Juggy, like, Val's here. Like, should I talk to her? Like, should I try to make it up to her? And Jug's like, just, like, stop, bro. Like, whatever. Like, you're a waste. And then he sees Val outside.
Yeah.
And he was like, Val.
He's like, can we try again? Because he's drunk at this point, too.
Yeah, he's drunk. Yeah.
And he's just trying to, like, make up with everybody, like, Sasha's, like, ex-girlfriend. And she's like, yo,
her hair was, like, extra, like, like...
aggressive.
Yeah, so I was like, no, Archie, don't. Not tonight. Like, I could tell she was, like, down to meet someone else. Like, you know...
Oh, my God.
Her hair was, like... It's like, she was dressed nice, like, leather jacket, like... Her hair was like on fleek, and I'm like, no, she's down to meet a next man's. And then this guy, she's like, get away from me. She's like, we're done.
She was like, no, she even says, I think at one point in time, she's like, the reason why I broke up with you is because you're like a waste man, and you're still a waste man.
She's like, you were gone and you're still gone.
She's like, get the fuck out of my face.
She ruined that guy for
and
sure.
And she threw the beer at him. She's like, get the fuck off me, bro.
Oh God.
And he was
so
like,
much violence.
He's like, wop wop. He got
embarrassed in front of everyone else. Yeah. Took his house too. Anyways, and then that's when his spinsies start. Because you know when something real happens to you, right. Your spinsies like, legit start. Oh boy. And the fisheye lens was like right on Archie.
Yeah.
And he goes upstairs. Like he needs to like take a nap because like he was getting the spins for sure.
Yeah.
He was too drunk. And then all of a sudden.
Yeah, out of fucking
from
nowhere.
That whole scene, Jughead leaves, right? Because that's when he's about to leave the house.
Yeah.
And Cheryl's like, no, you're not leaving. Jughead's like, dude, like, it's not even your house. Like, what are you doing? The lock is like one lock. Like, I can open it.
Yeah.
And then Chuck's like, no, you're not leaving either. So they lock everyone in the house.
And they, like, hold them all hostage.
Like, I'm sorry. You're 2 against, like, 90 people.
Yeah.
And it's Archie's house. Yeah. So what's going on right now? Like, doing? What?
How is everybody okay with the situation?
Yeah.
First of all, I get it. You don't want anybody to leave this party. You guys are turned up and you're having fun. I get it. But you guys turned the music off. Why did you do that?
I didn't even notice that.
I was like, yo, who would stay at this party? Please tell me. Because I would not be at this party.
Like, why didn't they leave right then?
Exactly. So, but that's then it becomes like a literal full out roast. And by roast, I don't mean like
legit roast, guys.
I don't mean
all
like
sitting down.
Comedy Central roast.
Oh, but
I mean like
that's what I meant.
A literal. They were coming for them. They were like digging at those stars.
So who was sitting on the chairs? It was Archie sitting on the chair.
Archie sitting on the chair, and then beside him was Veronica.
Veronica was Betty there.
Betty
was there too.
One of them was beside him.
Yeah, I don't think Veronica was sitting. I think she was standing because Juggy was standing too.
Right. No, it was Veronica beside him. Because they were together at that point, no?
I don't remember. Anyways, whatever.
But
they're sitting. Essentially, they're sitting, and this is like a full roast.
Because then essentially, Veronica's like, yo, bitch. Don't fuck with me right now.
Yeah, like don't.
She's like, do not fuck with me.
She's like, I sip on that V tonight, like, and don't fuck with me.
I think it starts off with Cheryl basically accusing Veronica.
You're right. It's Archie and Veronica. Yeah.
And Veronica's, she's basically like, Veronica. Yeah. Let's talk about you and your fucked up family.
Yeah. She was like, you want to talk about a thing? She goes, I think you were in love with your brother, and you got cheese, and you killed him.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, she just called my call.
Twin sass. Yeah.
Twin sass for sure. And Cheryl's like, nah.
She's like, crying.
Yeah, she was like, she's
a little dramatic,
like,
but yeah, she was like really pretty upset. And then Cheryl and Chuck come hard on Archie and be like, "Who the fuck are you?"
Because that next guy started talking. Yeah, the next nerd guy in the back.
Yeah, because he was like,
he's like, "I saw Mrs. Grundy's car that day, and Archie was there." Like, where the fuck did you come from? Like, dude, who invited you to this party? Like, go to your Boy Scouts. What are you doing here? He was so extra.
Yeah, he was so extra, but he like knew that information.
And then they're all like, oh, like the whole house now knows that Archie fucked his teacher. Echoing. And then Cheryl's like, oh. She's like, Archie. She's like, fucked your teacher.
And then I don't know which one says what, but like basically they're all like, yeah, no wonder you fucked up. You have mommy issues.
Yeah. Yo, that was rough. I felt it. Like, I was like, oh my God.
That's what I mean.
Like, low blows coming out of everywhere. That's what I mean.
It ain't no, like, Comedy Central roast. This is some serious shit.
Because they do that, but...
That's really harsh.
That's a lot of L's.
Really harsh. A lot of L's you take it. And then they come in for Betty.
And, like, he didn't even deny it. He was like, yeah, I do have mommy issues.
He's like, true.
Yeah, they come... Oh, man, the Betty one was bad.
He's like...
Shit.
Chuck. So, obviously, Chuck goes in for
him. He's like, oh, you guys think I'm done, eh?
And then he's like... That bitch in that corner put on a wig like a psychopath.
Yeah, and then Jug's like
a
listening.
skanky hoe.
He's like, you seen Betty in a black wig? Like, she was just in black in a black wig, and she roofied me.
And she roofied me, and
she almost killed me.
Crazy, and she like called herself Polly.
You became Polly.
Yeah, and
Betty's like, I did it. So what?
She's like, I got a darkness in me.
She's like, you know what I did it, Chuck? I get a darkness in me. He's like, oh, true. Okay.
Right.
But anyways, yeah. And then right at that moment, like, Chuck kept saying, like, you're a slut or whatever. I don't know what he said.
Yeah.
And then Juggy, like, had enough, as if, like, that wasn't already enough. I know. They just, like, murked everyone. You guys are just sitting around doing nothing.
Also, the PS conversation, Jughead's dad, FP,
like, he's lurking in the back. He's like, true.
He's like,
clap back. He's just lurking.
Are you not the adult of this party?
Yeah.
Can we just let everybody go home now? Like, what's happening?
So Juggy punches out Chuck. Yeah. But basically fails because Chuck like destroys him.
He has like
and then FP like comes and he's like, hey, Chuck hits him again. And then FP throws Chuck out of the house finally. Like, what the hell took so long?
Jughead's dad like stops the party. He's like, yo,
now the party's done.
And he tries to pull Jughead back.
Yeah.
And he's like, stop, where do you think?
Because Jughead's like leaving. He's like dipping.
And Jughead's like, what are you going to give me? Like some life advice on being like a great father?
Or like my right hook or something.
Yeah, something like that. And then he's like, no, you got to go back in there and like get your girl. Because like,
that was so cute.
I thought he was going to be like, no, you're in trouble with me.
For sure.
Instead, he was like, go get your girl.
Yeah.
And Jughead's like, don't touch me.
And then he's like, you have something really amazing like in there. He's like, you better go like save that.
Right.
And then, so then like that, he like dips, I guess. And then Alice shows up. Lurks. Of course she does. She heard that shit. I'm surprised she didn't come sooner.
Yeah, same.
And she's like, FP.
She's like, what you doing
Does your name stand for fine?
Peace.
Peace, Southside Surfer? Anyways, I felt that sexual tension between Alice and FP this episode. Right quick. She was like, well, FP. And then FP's like, quick time. He's like, oh, Alice from the South Side, eh? Yeah. Like, he booked her because, like, I guess she was a ghetto girl, too. Like, back in the day. And they definitely had something. For sure. Yeah. They had something.
After he, like, knew her history, I was like,
true. For sure. I'm, like, down for that to happen, though.
Yeah, that'll be really interesting.
Because I feel like he's going to bring out her, like, dark, like, danger side. I mean, she's already dangerous. She's very dangerous. But she's, like, upper class dangerous. Yeah. Like, I want to see her, like, Rough Rider side.
He's going to, like, grease her.
Yeah.
And like turn her into.
That sounds really dirty.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
It's like turn. It's like Olivia Newton-John.
Yeah, exactly.
Sandy. He's gonna
That's it.
He's gonna Sandy her. I don't know which one's worse.
Oh God. Okay, that happens. That sexual tension. Then it cuts to the Buckhead fans get another amazing moment.
Yes.
Because like I'm sure they're having an anxiety attack at this point. It's been like 10 minutes since Jughead and Betty fought, and so now they have to make up. Right. They're at the diner, which I don't understand why they just didn't go back to Betty's house, because like right next door. They're at the diner and they're talking, and Betty's like, look, like, you know, like I have a darkness. I have a darkness inside of me. She said it. Yeah, she did say it before, though. I swear. No, but yeah, so she was like, I have a darkness inside of me. And I don't know where it comes from. Her hand. And she shows her hand with like the bruised marks.
Yeah, the bruised
marks. Like the Hey Arthur marks. Yeah. And he's like, oh my God, Betty, like, what are you doing to yourself?
What's wrong with you?
And the whole time it was cute because like in the beginning when they fought, he was like, I'm a loser. He's like, don't you see, I can't even take off my hat. Like, like, you know, and like, then in the diner, like his hat was off.
His hat was off, and she's like, let's be vulnerable together.
Yeah, I just think they're so freaking cute together, and like she wants him. It's not like she wants Archie. Like she wants him.
So Buckhead fans get their makeup moment.
Man, Buckhead fans are like, like they're getting all of it. They're getting all of it. Ooh, but something else about to happen right now. Because the party
the party ain't over until it's over.
And Archie ain't done yet.
So he's chilling.
After all the alcohol, damn.
He's chilling. He's just talking, shooting the shit with Veronica. They're the only ones left at the party.
Yeah.
And
so the party's like done, and Veronica like lurked. She didn't go back home.
She's chilling. She's like, you're such a resilient person.
Shut up. She did not say that. She's like, you accosted so many people. It's like, I don't know what that means. I'm drunk.
Yeah, so essentially, but no, she does say like, they like.
She like rants. She's like, my dad and my dad and my dad, and he's like, ugh. I used to get my mom. Like, I don't know. Like he was like half asleep.
Yeah, he's like, maybe. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So like they're like talking. Yeah. Like cut it like kind of close on the couch.
Yeah. And then
who kissed who first? Was it like at the same time?
I think it was they both like came in together. I think he might have grabbed her face maybe. But yeah,
but then they kiss and like she full out like straddles him.
Yeah, and she like,
I'm like,
jumps on
this is
it.
Probably like the sexiest scene we've seen this season. Because like Betty and Jughead don't get like that. They're just like cute like pecs. You know? But like they have more of like a...
Well, honestly, I always felt like Veronica always brings that like sexual
That's what it
energy,
is,
right?
Between Archie.
Latina fire. So yeah,
but so that happens, and then like I guess it's the next morning at that point.
Yeah, she wakes up in his bed.
Oh shit!
She's still clothed, like fully in the dress.
Fully clothed, yeah.
Not that I was waiting for nudity, obviously, but I was like, that must have been the most uncomfortable sleep of all time.
Yeah, all her jewelry.
She
was
wasn't
still on her and
drunk.
stuff,
Like, why did she have to wear her dress and her bracelet?
And also, she acted like she didn't remember what happened. She was drunk.
Like,
no. She's like, oh my god, I slept with Archie. But then like she saw him on the
And
floor.
then she saw him on the floor, which was cute.
And then yeah, it was really cute.
And his dirty ass room.
Yeah. Oh god, really stanky ass. Yeah. But she probably was drunk.
Yeah, maybe.
Because she acted like she didn't remember what happened.
She did take off her lipstick, so she wasn't that drunk.
Yeah, well, it came off when they were kissing.
Right. And then
and then she walks down the stairs.
Yeah.
And then Jughead's just like sitting there, like I don't know what he was doing. He wasn't even like cleaning up. He was just like lurking. And then she like, it was a really cute scene because like she starts like giggling and he's like don't worry. She's like, don't tell anyone. She's like, it's a secret. And he's like, yeah, don't worry. He's like, I won't say anything.
Yeah, your secret stay with me. So she's writing a book, so obviously it's not gonna be a secret.
Who's writing a book?
Jughead.
Oh right. But maybe he won't write it in there.
Well, we know about it.
And then Veronica shows up at like her house and she's talking to Smithers and like she asks for advice from Smithers.
Yeah.
And I think essentially what she says is that she's gonna protect her mom.
Yeah, so she's gonna have to say something. She's gonna have to like
she's gonna come through, which is like pretty like dangerous.
Yeah.
And then she gets a present.
Is that right at the end? Isn't that right at the end?
Yeah, I don't know when it was, but
is that what it's
yeah, she gets a present.
She gets a present.
It's pearls.
And it's
from who?
From Daddy.
Which one?
Daddy
Archie or Daddy?
Daddy Lodge.
Yeah, she gets pearls from Daddy because like how does she know that her other one's ripped?
Yeah, it's true.
He's lurking, man, real hard.
Yeah, he knows.
So then that happens, whatever. So she has to come through for Hermione now.
And she's like, no. There's like this aerial shot of her like holding it. She's like, uh-oh.
Why is it a bad thing?
I don't know. I guess she's like, now I have you again.
Oh, true. Now you're like,
it's really freaky.
And then it cuts to Betty's in her room. It was cute. Betty's in her room waking up, and Alice is like, I brought you like medication because I know you're like hungover.
Yeah.
And then they have a cute conversation.
Right.
And then Alice is like, by the way, Betty, last night I was lurking through your window.
Super hard.
And I saw Joaquin and FP talking.
Yeah.
And then Betty's like, Mom, what, who cares? They're just talking.
Yeah.
She's like, no, Betty, wait, Joaquin's dating the sheriff's son?
She's like, it's a small town.
There must be something
that small of a town.
And then like, she booked it basically. Sure. I bet you know what she's going to do? She's going to lurk on FP and act like she's like hitting on him to get more information.
Yeah,
then they're going to fall in love.
She can rock that. She can do that for sure. Go get it, Alice Cooper.
And then it cuts to?
Does it cut to the final moment?
Final moment.
Or is that that Veronica and Betty conversation that happens? Yeah. I don't even remember what.
There's also an Archie and Jughead moment.
Yeah.
Too.
So whatever.
It was cute. No, it was cute because Jughead's like, so Veronica.
Yeah.
And Archie's like, yeah, that happened last night. And Jughead's like, don't worry, like I won't say anything. He's just like eating cake. He's like, I won't talk. I swear.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
This cake is good.
Yeah, and then it does cut to Archie, or not Archie. It does cut to Betty and Veronica.
Yeah, and then they have a conversation at school.
She admits to Betty saying like, listen, I had to testify for my dad.
The scones part.
Oh, right. So she comes in with a scone, and then Betty's like, oh, last time you brought me a scone, you made out with Archie. First of all, how did you remember that specific moment that she brought you a scone? And why did you call her out on it?
It wasn't even scones. It was like muffins from New York or something.
True. And then she was
Cupcakes.
like, and then like Veronica does like the nervous laugh. She's like, cute story. And then she like just continues to talk. And she's like, listen, I testified for my dad, so he's going to get out of jail soon.
She's like diverting so hard.
Like, but
she's
also,
like, Betty, this is about my dad. Betty, listen to me. This is about my dad.
Def, not about
Don't
Archie.
think about Archie right now, okay?
Yeah, don't think about the fact that I'm stealing your wife from you. And so essentially she says like, this can help your case. I hope your case wins. And let's just like figure out the truth.
Let's just get to the bottom of it.
Let's just like, I want to know your truth. And I pick her.
Oh my God.
Sorry, I had to do that. I had to do it.
And then
we have the final moment.
Season, scene.
Well, it might as well be the final season. Jesus.
And then Archie's like, Dad, you're home?
And then he's like, it's me and it's
your mama. And she's like the ginger, like she's like a freaking Molly Ringwald, like red hair.
He chose like
and
the
I'm like,
one.
oh God, there's Archie's mom. Fred, what the hell were you thinking?
He looked pretty happy though. He was pretty excited.
Poor guy, he's so miserable.
He high-key missed her.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean,
she's probably gonna stick around from now on.
Yeah, but that's what I mean about these promos, girl. They
so in the promos, it looked like
she was
interrupting the house party.
Yeah.
Which is obviously what they're trying to do.
Yeah, he's like, Mommy? And she's like, hello, Archie. She has like a British accent somehow. I don't think she actually does, but yeah. And then that was how the episode ends.
The darkness inside of me. Guys, it was so funny though. It was actually so
my gosh, this episode cracked me the frick up.
Yeah. So my predictions are still my predictions that I think that Cheryl has something to do with Jason's murder.
Sure.
Sorry to like say that from the top, but yeah, that's what I think.
What did you guys think about this episode? Let me know what you like. I want to know what you guys.
Tweet us.
Yeah, tweet us
at recap_rewind.
Absolutely, always
and forever.
Times. And yeah,
hashtag Hannah Baker.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not really sure. I do like.
Did you like it though? Did you like the episode?
It was entertaining.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was entertaining.
I could not stop laughing the entire time.
Sure.
I thought it was like really fun to watch.
It was just the promos for sure. I expected the whole thing to be like a turns up jam, and it was not like that.
We even saw a dance off. Like,
yeah,
man, my life is complete.
Yeah, for sure.
It was pretty fun.
It was funny.
Yeah.
It was very funny.
Are there any burning questions that we want to ask our rewinders at all?
Yeah.
Other than who killed Jason, because we're gonna find it in a couple episodes.
Yeah.
But beyond that, so we're at episode 10, we're gonna find out by episode 12.
Yeah.
We only have 3 episodes left in this season.
Y'all know episode 12 is the epitome. Hashtag Hannah Baker.
It's gonna be the.
No, I say that.
You're literally killing me, and
that's not a good word to use. Guys, we are so tired. It's like 12:30 right now. We legit have worked all day and are now doing a podcast for our fans. Just want to let you guys know, last week we were recording our podcast in a moving car in a blizzard, and now we are working late nights to upload a podcast for you guys. So let us know what you think.
Yes.
Subscribe, like, comment, review. Let us know what you guys want us to talk about.
More.
Tell us what your burning
questions are. Maybe we should have like a quick Q&A before the episode 12 and like.
Hondo, send us your questions.
Yeah,
we will answer your questions.
Even a live tweet.
Shout out for sure. We're down.
Let's do it, guys.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Bye.